Hello, this is Natsuya, and today we're going to do a reading. We're going to be using the Nefertiti deck, some numerology, and the deck I created a couple of days ago, Oracle. So, we're going to do that today. But first, we usually pull a significator card, but we're going to do it differently today. We're going to actually pull a card and see how it relates to the planets and how the zodiac is mapped to the major arcana. So let me do that. So, present, past, future. So for the past, we have the Magician. For the present, we have Temperance. And for the future, we have the Empress. The Magician stands for Mercury energy. So, we do have communication as well as adept and knowledge. If you look at the symbolism of Mercury, now, I don't remember if we're in Mercury retrograde or not, but I do know that there is a full moon coming up. I believe it's a snow moon. And so it's important to understand what that does to the environment and how it affects your energy as well as the energy of Gaia, Mother Earth. The card we have for the present is Temperance. This represents Sagittarius, so free will, adventure, knowledge. So these two cards go together. So you have knowledge in the present as well as knowledge in the past. And so that's very interesting. Our future card we have is the Empress. And the Empress stands for Venus, a planet, Venus. So love and compassion, and we're gonna we've got Jizo here. We're gonna put that as compassion for basically for children, as well as love and compassion from Kuan Yin, as Jizo is also Bodhisattva. So now that we have past, present, and future, let's see what the energy is doing. On the bottom of the deck, we have psychic ability, telekinesis, and police raid, lose affiliation. So some of the people who are coming against you have actually fallen off. They are no longer coming against you. And this is important to understand because sometimes they switch out new players, but that's what changes the energy. So the energy is definitely different today, and I know that we've had some negative energy and some disruptions over the last 24 to 48 hours, but there's definitely a bunch of people trying to contact you, collective, and that is actually affecting your peace. So we want to understand what the energy means to Mother Gaia and the planet as a whole on a global scale. So let's pull 3 cards here. Crash and burn. So the people who are against you are definitely being caught, and their plans are being foiled. We have Jazz, Hacker Guild, steal top secret data. So there still is some potential for your data to be compromised. So with this one, crash and burn, police raid, and with steal top secret data, that's very important, that you need to protect your information. Then we have Blue, which is who is a Psi-faction operative, and this is the Lover's card. And so the Lover's card, right side up, means attaining happiness, attraction, and love. And so that, again, is compassion. So if you look at the Temperance we had before, and the Empress, the energy of the Empress, will actually notice that there is that love energy in the building at the moment. So, let's see this again. And I think next time I do a reading, I'm going to do a Celtic cross-spread. I think that will be helpful. I like to see that. So, we have win 400 credits, 2 of coins, so your money may be acting differently, and social engineering elicitation. So, please still remain careful what information you share online. And actually, if you're working on any projects, do those in secret. You don't need to tell everything to everybody. But definitely, there is some energy that is still strange. Now, I know that there's been some, let's see, an East, that there's been some, there's more social engineering. And then Omnibus Darklight, pay virtual game, Queen of Wands. So we have her upside down. But let's turn her right side up. So again, we have love coming out here. So that is very important. Let's look at some numbers. And I actually shuffled these before we started. Abundance. So this is definitely something that's coming. So if you stick with an 8, if you stick with love and compassion as what is driving you, and kindness, and any negative energy that's sent towards you, if you mitigate that and return to sender, but also transmute that energy into good, that would be very helpful. And that would make sure that you do achieve that abundance. So it's right there, but there are just some people are standing in your way. So you do have, like I said, the social engineering preloading card and the social engineering elicitation card. So that's definitely something. And then we have happy ending. So 93, 39. So the happy ending, this will end positively for you, but you may need to go through some trials and tribulations before you can reach your abundance. And it's going to require a financial discipline on your part. So you're going to have to make sure to watch your money, but do not get into a poverty mindset. Circulate your money and use it wisely. Actually work with a budget, and that'll be very important, so that we are prepared for anything that is to come financially. And we're also looking for domestic harmony. So this is harmony in your home, harmony in what you're doing, and make sure that your living space is organized and clean. So going back to the major arcana, let's see what we bring out this time. Is it a planet or a zodiac sign? And I know we just had the Chinese New Year, Year of the Rabbit. So what do we have here? We have the Sun. The Sun card is reminiscent of the Sun as the planet, the central force of light energy that we have at the center of the universe. So that means that you're very powerful. But we need to understand how to use that power to help people. You know, you can always kind of over abuse your power, and there's a lot of that going on. I know recently there have been some discussions about power over and the different levels of society. But today I want to talk a little bit about the energy that's been in the environment and what that means. So before we had depressed energy, then we had some anger, and then yesterday I think we had a distortion of that energy. And so what do we have today? So it says it's dark outside. It says that it is. So right now it's 2046 or 846. And let's just read these cards. This is a different deck than the last one I made that had red. You are in Emperor energy. So you did have the Empress coming out previously. The Empress as the future. So in the present, you may be in Emperor energy, and that is going to change. And so we want to actually be in a softer energy than we were before, not so much hard edge, but actually more loving compassion, and that will be important. Your opposition is trying to trap you. Of course they are. They've been trying to do that for a long period of time. Your former friends, which is now your enemy, is jealous. You have faith of the mystics. And one more here. Sever red strings, cut ties, and free your soul. So there's some people you're going to have to leave behind. And make sure that you do that, because it is imperative for your ability to move forward and on your spiritual journey. Now, there's a lot of spiritual warfare that is currently happening in the environment. And we need to be extra careful. And so one of the things I would suggest that when you're sleeping, you cover your head, because that is one of the key times that, especially when you're in the dream state, that is one of the key places that they're going to try to attack you. So cover your head to protect your energy. Also, if you're out and about, and I know it's getting cold outside, so definitely you're going to want to cover your head there as well. Well, let's pull one more card from here, and then let's pull a numerology card. And thank you, Jizo, for accompanying us on this reading. So, we have the Fool. The Fool stands for extravagance, intoxication, and also kind of a childlike energy that is in the building. And it is a card of absence, and one where there's still some learning that needs to be done. So, let's pull, look at that, Fade Callan twice. Fade Callan, Fade Callan. And Sati Ima. So that's very interesting. There's very powerful energy here. Also, it's male powerful energy. Sati in the story is intersexed, and Sati actually was in the Psi faction because he's a psychic assassin. There's certain priorities and things that he needs to be able to do. Sati is able to take on roles in either gender as a psychic assassin, and that's very important. the fade energy we have of a fool, and we also have chaotic and partial as fade energy as well. So these two together make for a very powerful move forward. Okay, so like I said before, there's a lot of social engineering going on in the environment, and you're going to need to protect yourself. So I would make sure, especially, that you might take a break from online, or be careful what you post, because there are people out there trying to trap you and get one up on you. They're constantly watching. So, but this is larger than just the physical plane. There is a spiritual battle going on, and not just that, the galactic gatekeepers are here as well. And that's important because they are the ones that look out for us, and the ones that provide some of that information from a higher level. Let's actually find that card, Galactic Gatekeeper. It's actually very interesting that the Galactic Gatekeeper card is number 9. Assistance from celestial beings. Now, celestial beings, it can be said that at this time there is some doors opening and some new energy in play. So make sure these galactic gatekeepers can also help you, but they can also hinder you on your path, because there's a larger thing going on here. It's not just on this physical plane, it's in the 5D, also above us. And so you're going to want to make sure that you are grounded and that you are praying daily, because the energy here can shift in a second. And it's very important that you are grounded. So spend time in nature, and also make sure that you are living your genuine truth, because that will help you when the time comes. Thank you. Peace.